Local people. Local stories. NBC4, a year of local for you.
Welcome and thank you for joining us for this special edition of NBC4, a year of local for you. I'm Colleen Marshall.
And I'm Kerry Charles. At NBC4, Local for You isn't just a slogan, it's a commitment to share the stories that matter most to Central Ohio and celebrate the incredible people who make this community so unique.
Being local means more than reporting the news. It's about living it, being part of the community we serve. It's a responsibility we take to heart every single day.
As 2024 comes to a close, we want to take a moment to reflect on the stories that inspired us, challenged us, and brought us all closer.
And to kick things off, we're going to turn it over to two familiar faces who help us start each morning, Monica Day and Matt Barnes.
Yeah, Carrie and Colleen, we have come to the end of another year. This was a fun one, wasn't it?
Oh my gosh, so much fun. You know, and you think about all the events that we got to be a part of, all of the organizations that we got to help out. Once again, joining forces with BESA to go out and volunteer in the community. Ronald McDonald House, always near and dear to both of our hearts.
Yeah, Food Truck Fridays, of course, we always get to do the COVID Race for the Cure, got to that finish line once again. So, yeah, it's always nice to be out and about in the community, and of course, right here on air as well. Yeah.
And, you know, you weren't even here for most of it.
That's not true.
Are you sure?
There was a little bit of trip to Paris.
Interesting.
Might be two of them, actually.
You're a bureau chief from Paris now.
But what an experience to be able to cover the Olympics and the Paralympics. And frankly, when it comes to the Olympics, what a story we had just up the road in Cleveland. We had two Ohioans trying to make it to the games, and in a pretty cool place, if I should say so myself. Welcome to the Brew House, a training ground like no other. This warehouse turned BMX freestyle playground was the brainchild of Nick Bruce in 2020 as a way to train, rain or shine, in his quest to make the Olympics. How long did it take to create this masterpiece here? This is pretty cool.
Thank you. Believe it or not, we built it in less than 4 weeks.
Wow.
But we were hustling. I was here like probably 15-hour days, just not eating.
Nick has been on the BMX scene for more than a decade now. Originally inspired by the X Games growing up, he's competed all around the country and the world. But nothing compared to being one of just 9 riders in the first ever Olympic BMX freestyle competition in Tokyo.
Honestly, just qualifying for the Olympic Games in Tokyo is probably the pinnacle of my career. It was just such a changing, pivotal moment for BMX alone. And just to be a part of that history, it's still something I can't fathom.
But Nick's Olympic experience was marred by injury. On the second day of practice, he crashed hard on his shoulder. He later found out he tore his rotator cuff. He was able to compete, but finished in last place.
The only disappointment was not being able to showcase the world of what I actually do. And that's just really hard, but that's also very motivating. Like, I know what I'm capable of. I know I'm a competitive rider. I know I'm medal capable. So I just used it all as motivation to get back to where I am now and to get into Paris.
About twice a week, Nick trains alongside Marcus Christopher, 10 years his junior and fellow Ohioan. Marcus drives an hour north to be here and ride with the man he calls his mentor.
We've always lived like an hour apart, and in the winters, we've always rode together from the skate parks up here in Cleveland. He was always just the guy at the park that was just insane. Just growing up, watching him doing all these crazy X Games tricks, it was always what I wanted to do. And once I got good enough, I was able to start trying those tricks. So it's always looking up to him as a better rider.
In fact, Marcus got so good, so young, Nick went to visit him to see for himself.
Oh my gosh, guys. I don't know if you're ready for this one. Look at the size of this thing. Oh my gosh. And here's the man, Mr. Marcus Christopher. How you doing?
Good.
I haven't seen this in so long.
It was a long time ago.
All right, local boy. What's your first run you got? That was beautiful. I don't believe that he's 13, Mr. Christopher. We're gonna need to see some ID, because he is a freak. It's very apparent when you see a talented rider in BMX, because there's just so much to it. It's the ability to ride ramps and apply different tricks to all the different ramps, and Marcus has always been able to adapt to anything, even at a young age. And like seeing him do that at such a young age was just like, man, like that's not usual, or that's something very rare.
Marcus represents the next generation of BMX, going bigger every chance he can get. And his biggest supporter is Nick, who just happens to also be his competition.
Why do that to myself? Train with a guy 10 years younger than me, trying to take my spot? No, I'm just kidding. It's truly just inspiring, because when you get, I guess, later in your career, you just get stuck in different routines and this certain headspace of like only calculated risk. And then you see young guys just throwing themselves without any calculation, and you're like, man, I remember when I was like that. But then you're like, well, you are actually capable of that, but plus the calculation.
And it's that wisdom from Nick that is invaluable for Marcus. The ability to hear what it takes to be an Olympian from someone who has been there, done that.
Yeah, pretty much. Once I seen him make it, and it opened up my eyes that I could possibly make it too. He definitely motivates me. Like, he can do all kinds of tricks that I can't do. He's doing new tricks all the time. So I feel like we push each other back and forth.
3 American men are going for what are just 2 spots on Team USA for BMX freestyle. Nick and Marcus hope ultimately they are the ones that make it.
Just be special. I mean, grew up riding with each other, and I'd always look up to him, and he always motivated me. So to be in the Olympics with him, it would be awesome.
That's my dream. And then the fact that Marcus and I are in the Olympic qualifying series, it means a lot.
And you know that I love COSI, and the Center of Science and Industry proved once again that science is for everyone, that science is everywhere, and science is fun.
3, 2, 1, pour!
From colorful and messy celebrations to rocket launches.
3, 2, 1. And that's why I wear safety glasses.
We had a lot of fun celebrating 60 years of COSI.
There's something so resonant about a cultural institution that really connects with the people in a good way, and that's what COSI is about.
We made clouds on the ground and clouds in a bottle.
3, 2, 1. Ooh. There we go, and that is our cloud in a bottle.
There were some mishaps along the way.
Flip it upside down, and now we wait. Now, yours is leaking a little
Mine's
bit,
leaking.
so we're gonna make sure that that's just on really tight.
Okay, I've already screwed mine up.
Oh man, this is sad.
So that happened. Let's see if mine launches.
We'll see what happens over there. There we go. So start poking it a little bit more.
Okay.
And so these lemons, the lemon juice was reacting with the baking soda.
Oh my.
And it's giving us, we picked some different colors
gives you lemons.
here.
Make a mess.
If you want to get a little reaction going quicker, you
This
can
is
take
cute.
another lemon and just squeeze it on top.
All right.
It's beautiful.
I love it. I even brought my kiddos along for the ride. All right, here we go.
Woo!
What do you think you can do with that?
And our pops. Yeah!
Take this off. Now take off your leaf, and you can see the wonderful print you made.
And I really put myself into some of these experiments, like testing air pressure.
Are you ready?
I don't know.
We went all out to make mead. I'm out here at Yield COSI, and today we are taking it back to the Renaissance with Joe Wood.
That is
you look
right.
fantastic.
Thank you, thank you.
And celebrated Valentine's Day with a volcanic eruption. We got some Mentos. Woo! Oh, look at that, just bubbling over. Little Valentine's Day action for you. We tested the strength of an eggshell for farm days. Oh my gosh! And I I got to handle a bunch of little creatures.
Edwina.
And she's got feathers on her feet.
Yay! All in the name of science, of course. We also had a few snacks along the way. They're cold. Woo. I love it. And festive drinks. What? No. What? And I touched some very strange things. Oh, wow. It's like, it's thicker than I had imagined.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Just something fun to play around.
Oh, I like it. The feeling of this was jarring. This was not, this was not what I was
I did not give you a warning, but
at all.
yeah, it's super cool.
Mushy. This is a real dinosaur fossil.
150 million years old from something called the Morrison Formation, late Jurassic.
This is wild.
This is no ordinary fossil. This is not a bone. This is a fossilized poop.
A poop.
This is what we call a coprolite.
I honestly can't wait to see what the new year brings.
When we come back, we'll hear from Jared and Jen on their highlights from 2024.